Ooh. All right. So just realized my mic wasn't working for my entire thing that I just said. Hang on. I, right. Okay. So all right, I gotta keep an eye on my mic to make sure it's working because I've been talking like a motherfucker. It just decides to cut out of nowhere. I feel okay. So 5-3 Boston over Vancouver, 4-2 Utah over Montreal. Hopefully, I can get this mic situation figured out and stop worrying about it deciding to just cut itself off for no reason. Uh, and then it's loose in the bottom of the mic. And if it's not touching just right, so I don't think I can actually take the bottom off so I can resolder that, but oh well. All right, we're live in Boston. That was a little bit of a high hand. No biggie, I guess. Gotta throw on the Tuesday night main event. Even though I'm not the biggest Savvy fan, I gotta listen to. I got my shows, so gotta have the ear in. All right, and we're live in Montreal. Struggle's been real for Montreal. Now, Boston and Vancouver are kind of on the same path, but Boston's got 3 games, 3 losses ahead of them. Not a good look. We'll see if Boston's able to control their passes, but that's not a good look for the first couple of tries. Oh, oh. I thought that was offsides, but it was not. All right, got it. Oh, we got a pen. We got a hook. What's that? 42 seconds into Utah Montreal. They haven't even announced the home team yet. Teddy Bluger, former Golden Knight, very temporarily. Yep. So Montreal on the power play to start off that game. Two minutes gone in Boston. No shots on goal yet. Got a wide shot in Montreal. Montreal's going to need their power play to look better than it did against Vegas. That's for sure. All right, Vancouver heading back. Still no shots. You got 30 seconds. Wait. You got 30 seconds gone in the Montreal power play. Got an offsides in Boston. Let's bring the let's focus in on this real quick. Ooh, we got an injury in Boston. Hand injury just from an awkward fall. We'll keep an eye on that. And we're out of play. Montreal's been doing decent controlling in the zone. They got a little more than a minute left on that power play. Let's go to Boston. Good stick. Who is that? Coyle. That was offsides, yeah. But Coyle had a great defensive stick to limit that opportunity. They were crashing the net and passing. All right, under a minute on the Montreal power play. Utah got it out, and Montreal brings it back in. Ooh, risky pass, but it got through. Nothing really came of it, but they are set up in Utah zone. Baiting the puck a little more than I would expect, but yeah, he took way too much time for that shot. 30 seconds to go in Montreal on that power play. Ten seconds in Montreal for the power play. Vancouver's controlling right now against Boston. Another good stick. Gets it out of the zone, though. Vancouver is dominating on time and zone. However, nothing's come of it because neither side has a shot. And Utah killed off Montreal's power play. It looked better than it did against us, but it did not look great. That was should have been offsides. It was. So stoppage again in Boston. All right, let me see if I can kind of face this in a fair. Okay, we're still good. For as long as that's good. Good. Full strength in Montreal. Got Boston in the Vancouver zone. Let's see what's going to develop. Actually, a shot in Montreal. They've got to have 3 or 4 shots right now. They haven't. They're not showing the. They're not tracking right now. Oh, bad pass. Too many turnovers for Boston in Vancouver zone. Another shot skied in Montreal. Jesus Christ, Beardo. Stop yelling in my fucking ear. I mean, I know. Ooh, that was a great pass across. He got it into his skates and he couldn't recover. Montreal is stepping on Utah a little more than I thought they would. Actually, a lot more than I thought they would. And I know Boston has been bad lately, but damn, bro. Vancouver is just walking all over them. Still no shots on goal in Boston. And I really wish TSN would show shots. I wonder if I can figure that out. I probably could. Sorry. Montreal, Boston storming in, Montreal storming in. That was a missed cross check in Montreal. See if Boston can get the first shot on goal for the game. Dude, he got challenged hard. He kind of got his ass kicked. Don't go back to your net. Don't go back to your net. There you go. Get it out. Pretty good stamp on that, but we're closing in on 6 minutes without a shot on goal in Boston, Vancouver. Toss finally in the zone. See if they actually get some control here. Finally, shots are 3-0 Montreal. That that's wild. 6:35 into the game, not a shot on goal. Montreal, Utah are 5.5 minutes in. Shots are 3-1 Montreal. Like I said, Vancouver's got the time in the zone, but you can't pass the puck into the net, and nobody's shooting nobody's shooting it. When they do, they're shooting it into sticks. He needed to get that to the net. And actually, that ended up with a pretty good shot, but he went low. Centered it. Goalie might have tapped it. They might count it just to say there's been a shot. Another shot in Utah. Great block out front. And Boston finally got a shot on net. It was a bad little try and stuff it in, but it counts. Man, Utah just cannot set up in the Canadian zone. They just keep making bad turnovers. And then the Canadians almost too quick to shoot. There's no one there for rebounds, no one there for traffic. That's huge. Utah just overskated like a motherfucker. But Vejmelka is looking pretty decent right now, so he was ready for that. Dude, hard angle shot up in Vancouver for their first one. Not a great opportunity, but it was there. Oh, kept in. Get it across. Ooh, you got to go back towards the line a little more on that one. Commercial break. We're going focused on Boston. Shots of 1-1, 11:50 to go in the first. Vancouver has done a little bit of bullying, but Boston looks like I don't know if they're figuring it out or if they just had finally like an opportunity. Oh, that's a great setup. He took way too long to shoot that puck. Especially with Boston, man. They're going to close that gap on you way too fast. All right. Frozen in Boston, face off in front of the Boston net. I got to check. I never did see who was goaltending for Boston. What am I looking for here? Players, play box score. Boston. It is Swayman. That's who I figured would be playing. Ooh, good stick from the Canucks. Keeps Boston from adding another shot. That doesn't seem right, but they gave Vancouver 3 shots. Damn. Vejmelka made a great save right there. I didn't realize how good it was. Goals saved above expected this season. He's leading the NHL. But the other Connor Ingram is 41st in the NHL. So Ingram's below backup level, which is rough. Dude, Ilya Samsonov playing goalie last night against Philadelphia. It didn't start out impressive, but man, he turned into he turned a rough start into one of the greatest goalie performances that at like top 50 goal performances ever. He stopped 4 or 5 breakaways. He had like 4 or 5 incredible glove saves. Bunch of good blocker saves, bunch of good pad saves. It was, dude, he was impressive. Um all right, we went to commercial. I was kind of hoping to see what that scrum was at the end, but I think it was just guys fighting to get it in, trying to stuff it in the net. I don't think it was too big a deal. Excuse me. I expect okay. Keep an eye on Utah, Montreal. We might see a little bit of well, to put it honestly, a little bit of bitchiness from both sides because they're starting to get chippy. All right, Utah reset. Everybody's changing. Vancouver. I'm getting a little lost just because I'm not used to listening to silent hockey, and I've got Montreal just can't find the gaps right now. But I've got the audio for the Canucks Bruins game, and the other one's silent. So when that goes to commercial, it goes silent. There is something about watching a quiet hockey game because when you got the volume up, you can look around, and when you can look at your phone, and when you hear the crowd go nuts, you can look up, or you hear the commentators get excited, you look up. It's a lot more paying attention when you're honestly when you're paying attention. I know that was one of the dumbest things I could have possibly said, but it's no sport has got it right other than golf, and they only got it right once, and it was for the Masters this year. They had the website to do their own streaming. It was free, and they had a button so that you could hear the natural sounds. So you heard the animals and the wind through the trees and the birds chirping. You heard the golf swings. You did not hear the commentators. They just muted them, and everything else was just the mumbling of people talking, but you can't understand them. And then you'd hear a gorgeous golf swing. That was sick. Ooh. All right. Shots are 3-3 in Boston. 6-4 Utah over Montreal. Um, but yeah, they're kind of going back and forth right now. But just we need to get a natural sounds. Put the mics over, put 3 mics over the top in the center of the ring. You can even do video game style directional sound and make it feel like you're hearing everything the way you should. Have it feel like you're sitting right underneath the camera in the arena. That's the way to do hockey. Especially because like 85% of the hockey commentators are fucking idiots. Nice. Vancouver got it deep in Boston. Shot. Swayman just on point with that glove. Man, Swayman's doing a little. He's got a little flurry in him tonight. He wham. I mean, he flashed that glove. That wasn't just a save. That was a bitch try again. I like it. See, I like Swayman, but fuck Boston until the until the little mini man leaves Boston, and then I'll have a little more respect for the team. Oh, Montreal with the swing and a whiff. Okay, and we're back. Stupid Mike doing the stupid thing again. But now I'm like, dude, these games actually started getting good now. A little run into the ref. Guess that was. Oh, we got an interference. All right, looks like Utah's getting their first power play opportunity. And I believe we have just hit the time where they got to hit the they got to scrape the ice real quick. But we're on a commercial break for both of them right now. Pretty good game so far. I mean, there have definitely been worse. I'm expecting a lot more contact to be going down in Boston, Vancouver, but they're playing good hockey. I know. Bullshit. No, really. Boston and Vancouver are not playing cheap bullshit and they are playing good hockey. Oh, that's pretty sick. I couldn't tell where that was, but Jack Eichel has a banner hung up for him, so that's fucking sick. Jack Eichel's on a tear, and I'm loving it. Him and Barbashev tic-tac-toeing back-to-back last night was so sick. Which we will be back for Vegas at the Avalanche tomorrow. We catch every single Golden Knights game, plus a couple throughout the week, depending on time and if the game actually looks like a decent matchup. I said Boston, Vancouver, I was expecting a little bit more of beating each other up, but I'm happy with how clean it's been. Um, that see, it should just if it's clean, it's fast and physical, which I love. Otherwise, it's just a boxing match. And then we got Montreal, Utah. What was the interference? It looked like a hip check after he dumped it in. Whatever. See, like today, I really could care less about Montreal, Utah, but there's only 2 games tonight, so might as well, right? I do think I'm gonna mini screen Montreal, Utah though, and leave we'll scan in over there when I see something happen, but I want to focus on Boston, Vancouver. This has been a little bit more my speed of a game. Montreal got him out of the zone on the power play, so minute and a half to go on that power play. Boston fighting in the Vancouver zone, top point. Uh, that was, I don't know. The hit looked pretty good, well timed. It just looked a little high and looked like he used the stick, but no, nobody's fighting or anything, so I guess we're good. Oh, that was a risk. Montreal, I don't know who that was, just laid out to take a swing at stopping that shot, and he did, but that was a risk. Oh, wave race. Dude, the skidoo racing game on N64. Holy shit. Wave race. Is that 01? No, that's Wave Race 64. Sponsored by Kawasaki Jet Ski. Sorry. Blast from the past out of nowhere. Like that and Diddy Kong. Or Diddy Kong Racing. Hand pass. That's slowing down. Looks like they got to even strength. Did we just get a high stick? How is that not a high? How did you miss that, dude? You went right to him. How did you miss that? Dude, the refs this year are worse than they've been. I've been on that and I will stay on that. I would be mad if I was. Oh, come on. I did not just do that to this game, too. I got to restart this game. All right, we got 6:15 to go in Boston, Vancouver. Shots are 3-3. There hasn't been a shot in a while. We had no shots for a long time, got all 6 in like 3 minutes, and then that just stopped. How this cat did not. That is such a blatant high stick. The ref is standing from me to my webcam, and he looking right there, and he didn't see the high stick. These refs are terrible. The worst the worst I've seen so far was Vegas, Tampa. I couldn't stop bitching about it because it was obnoxious. And it's like, I actually hated that game because that's not the plan typically, but it was so bad. That it makes me just as mad, and it's not Vegas because that is blatant. The ref staring at it. Dude got blasted in the face. Guy waits for a stick lift and he missed the stick and just smacked him in the face. No penalty. Holy shit. It's like, and as I'm mentioning that, they go in and Montreal goalie just made an incredible save. That's, you know what? Did he keep it on the ice? No, he tried to. He went up. Montreal goalie was in the position he needed to be, and he made a big stop right there. All right, 4.5 to go in Boston in the first. Shots are 5-3 Boston. And looking down here, give it a second for the face-off. Uh, 5 minutes to go in the first. Shots are 11-5 Utah. Big save, and he whiffed. Holy shit. That Brazeau went from point blank, skied it right over. I missed what the power play was, and to put Utah on the power, that's got to be annoying, man. You get blasted in the face, and a minute later, there's a penalty against you. Cooley for Montreal. He's got some balls laying down. I mean, he lays down dead in front of the net, face first to make that dive. And he's the one that just got smacked in the face with the stick. The guy's either dumb or got steel nuts. To be honest, I know which one I'm more willing to give him. And he doesn't seem dumb. All right, we're going to focus on the power play here. Oh, swing and a miss. Utah's controlling. They're just passing. You can't pass it into the net, fellas. Eventually, got to get a shot on goal. Breaks his stick on the shot. 4-on-4 for a moment. Finally. And then finally they do some pass, shoot, and they at least get a shot towards the net. Utah just, man. Yeah, Montreal defense came back. His defender came back quick. So they didn't see how many shots. 1, 2, 3. A little tied up. We'll give them that one. See if Utah's able to set up again. They got 15 seconds. And nope, passed it right to a red jersey. Didn't get a single shot on net. I think they had one shot attempt, and it hit the defenseman in front. That is not a good look for Utah's power play. You got to get those across. All right, 2:30 to go in Montreal. Shot on net for Utah. And that's a delay of game. Montreal is like just blowing their foot off. I mean, my dude just flat chucked that bitch right out of play. All right, Montreal's controlling the puck off of the face-off on the Utah power play, which, again, not a good look for Utah. Dude, Montreal is holy shit. Finally, Montreal tosses the puck away after wasting 40 seconds of the power play. Holy cow. All right, Boston's controlling. Vancouver hasn't gotten a shot in like 10 minutes. All right, we got a stoppage in Boston. Minute 22 to go. 0-0. Shots are 9-3 Boston. And in Utah, we've got 45 seconds on the power play. Minute 10 to go in the period. Shots are 12-5 Utah. They finally got their first shot on net more than halfway through their second power play in like 5 minutes. That's just wild. You have a man advantage for 4 out of 5 minutes. You get 1 shot on goal. That is shout out to Montreal, and wow, what a disappointment from Utah. I got 40 seconds in Montreal, a minute to go in Boston. Big save in Montreal again. Their goalie's looking good. I'll check names in a minute once these periods end. Yeah, let me do this. 30 seconds to go in Boston. Let's make it all the way to the end, huh? 15 to go in Boston. You got 21 to go in Montreal. All right, end of the period in Boston. Uh yeah. Boston outshot Vancouver 9-3, 0-0. No real great opportunities there. 15 or a couple good saves, but nothing real crazy. Closer to Vancouver. Good, like up close trying to stuff it in. But Utah, nope, passed it out. And we are at the end of the first period for both. We got Utah lagging about 30 seconds behind. But that's perfect. We'll have everything ready to go when we get back for the second period. We'll be somewhat within range of each other. Boom. Alrighty, so we're at a pretty exciting scoreless intermission so far in both games. A lot more activity around the net in Montreal. However, the Montreal goalie has been playing a killer game. Swayman looks good in Boston. Hasn't been challenged much, but the one he was challenged, he made a good glove save. Vancouver goalie is looking tight. Vejmelka hasn't been challenged too much, but so far Vancouver goalie and Montreal. It's like Vancouver goalie, Montreal goalie, Swayman, Vejmelka. Um, offensively, defensively, it's kind of been push. Montreal dominated the start. Utah dominated the end. Up top, Boston came back at the end and started getting control, but Vancouver blew them out at the beginning. So we'll see how it goes. We got about 15 minutes before we come back from first intermission, and I'm going to take a minute, have a smoke, and we'll be back for that. Alrighty, and we are back. Let me get that timer reset. Oh, huh. Quinn Hughes for Vancouver got kicked out of a game for hitting his former roommate, apparently. Yeah, you say it wasn't on purpose. That's just, it's like, oh shit. But he got suspended. Or I guess at least thrown out of the game. But yeah, Vancouver had zero high danger chances. There was one that might have possibly been somewhat considered close to mediocre danger, and that was just a glove save by Swayman. Montreal, Utah has been a lot more exciting than I thought it would be. Boston, Vancouver has honestly been a lot less exciting than I thought it would be. Go back to the old. All right, Vancouver's putting pressure on Boston, but nobody's really controlling over there. Montreal entering the zone. Utah gonna take it right back out, except for a horrible pass by Utah. Doesn't even give. Oh, Boston alone. Big save. Got to get back in goal. Holy shit. What just happened in Boston? Wow. Dude got way out of position and his defense just bailed his ass out. Holy shit. That was nuts. I can't believe Boston didn't get that score. He made a great save on the breakaway, but then all hell broke loose. He was 5 feet to the right of the goal, and his guys stood up and got the puck out of there. That was incredible on both sides. I can't believe Boston didn't score it. I can't believe Vancouver stopped that puck. Holy shit. And we got stuff going down. Like Montreal took too much time. Bad turnover. Took way too much time to get the shot off. Ooh. Who's in net for Vancouver right now? Because this son bitch is playing. Was that a penalty or what? It's Lankinen. Okay. Okay. I always forget where he's at. Lankinen is playing a hell of a game right now. Swayman's back there sitting on his ass, not doing anything because shots are 11-3 Boston. That was an insane sequence. And then over here, you got 15. Oh, too many deeks, bro. They're trying to play too much. See, was that even on net? No, shots are 15-5 Utah. Montreal can't get a shot on net. Vancouver finally put one in on Boston. That's the first shot in damn near 20 minutes. Who am I thinking about right here? Juleson. But Pachinak had the breakaway. Luger's 53. I gotta remember. Oh, for Canucks. Okay. Stellar. That that should have been an interference on low ride. I mean, that wasn't just shielding. He was putting his hands on him. Like, I may be being a little picky just because I fuck Boston, but it's dark out, right? Nothing really going on either way. Oh, here we go. Boston into the zone. Yeah, Vancouver guy out front making a block, but he was just waiting. Oh, dude, come on. Utah's going on another fucking power play. I want to see that one because looked like dude fell on his own. He had like the guy. I don't know. I need to see that again. I have questions about this delayed penalty getting called on Montreal. Fuck the ref, dude. That was fuck off. Fucking bull. You can read the words. Yeah, I want to watch this. Take a break from Boston real quick. Oh, that's obnoxious. And then for the little bitch on the young Utah to get up and get in dude's face, like, bro, shut the fuck up. Oh damn, and we got a cross check. Oh, to Brad punk ass little man Marchand. Yeah, that shouldn't have even been a cross check, but Brad Marchand should be bagging groceries. There's a reason the thumbnail is him licking another guy. Go, go, Montreal off the post. Holy shit. Get a breakaway, put it off the post. You don't even get a on the penalty kill. You chance at a shorthander. You don't my brain's just spinning right now. Oh, that's offsides. Utah's power play looks like shit though. Montreal to go right down on a breakaway. I can't believe he hit the post on that. Doesn't even count as a shot on goal. After all that. Oh, he's trying to go again. Get it on net. Get it on net. Ah, Utah headed back the other way. Montreal's doing good attacking with two guys when they get the puck. Come on, Vancouver. Canucks are at least keeping it in their area. Better than watching Utah right now. Can't quite get it through. 10 seconds on the Utah power play. 36 seconds on the Canucks power play. Utah scored. I don't know if they got it on the power play or just before. Canucks scored on their power play. Oh, they're gonna talk about it in Boston. Yeah, Utah, that's clean. They goalie was right there with his glove, but he just wasn't fast enough. All right, we're looking at Vancouver right now. Yeah, no, that's a good goal. Yeah, it makes no, that's a good goal. There's no way they're turning that one back. Shots are 18-5 Utah. Shots are 11-5 Boston. See, it looks like we're about to start going again in Boston, but and they're looking at it. They might call it a hand pass because it hit up on his hand on the stick. All right, we're waiting in Boston to see if that's Vancouver goal is a good goal. I think it is, but it might have hit his hand. And if even if he's holding the stick, if it hit his hand, that'll be a hand pass. There's no way it's a high stick. It hits his hand though. They are going to overturn it. Montreal just came back and scored, so we might be going back to a 0-0 game in Boston, but we've got a 1-1 game in Montreal. Let's see this real quick. Beautiful tip back, kept it in. Swing back to the point. A lot of traffic up front. He just beats Vizmelka. Bruins have, in fact, challenged the hand pass now. So, putting good money that this guy right here is coming off the board. We'll see in a minute. They allowed it on a coach's challenge. Yeah, we've had goals where the guy's like this and it happens to hit his finger instead of the stick, and they call that a hand pass and it's no goal. Or they take it back because you can't use your hand to put in the goal. And they don't call that incidental. So now Boston's right back on the penalty kill on what I believe, as much as I dislike Boston, that was a bullshit call. That should have gotten overturned. Not because I agree with the rule, make that clear, because that should be a good goal. However, by rule, by fucking precedent, that shit has been called overturned and been called no goal. So for that to stand right there is a little bit of bullshit. Let's see how fired up Boston gets. Okay, so I guess he said it hit the glove and then hit something else and then he hit it. Which now we're just starting to go, dude, just if you're holding the stick and it hits your hand, you're good. Just change the rule. If you do any of this shit, or even if you take your hand off like this and it hits your hand and goes in, or goes to some, fine, that's a no go. But if you're holding the stick and it hits your hand, you're fine. Don't fucking worry about it. That's how that should be. Just making a fucking joke of a lot of the aspects of the game, man. So many different fucking rules that just kill the spirit of the game. All right. Vancouver reset 15 seconds on their power play. Stoppage by Swayman. 6 seconds on the Vancouver power play. Shots at 12-5 Boston. 12-12 to go in the first. Back in Montreal, shots are 19-7 Utah with 11 minutes to go in the second. I might have just said the first, but we're in the second period in both. I just kind of realized that. So far, I'm really surprised Utah has 19 shots on goal, man, because they've had like 3 power plays, and I think they've had 3 total shots on those. Otherwise, they know to put the puck towards the net. As soon as they go on the power play, they start passing it to fucking hell and back. Oh, big turnover. And they cannot connect. Damn. Icing. We're going to a face-off in front of Swayman. All right, over to Montreal. Utah breaking into the zone. Montreal not doing much offensively, really. I think they have 2 shots this period, and only at least one has gone in. I say only one. At least one has gone in, but I think they only have 2 shots this period. Big back check, and he misses the pass. Holy shit, dude. That was a great play from Montreal. They just couldn't connect again. That was offsides. Boston fucked up on that one. Oh, a little bit of a battle going on in the Montreal zone. At least somebody on that team fucking is going in and fighting, dude. Canadians looking a little soft, except for the occasional son of a bitch that just comes out and wants to hit something. What the fuck am I listening to? Holy shit, a close attempt by Montreal. Good stop. Vejmelka. So I heard it enough when we played him to where I have a little more confidence saying his name, even though I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. All right. I need to switch up what the fuck I'm listening to for a minute. Holy hell. We're still away in Boston, waiting for them to get back. They must be scraping the ice. And the net's off the Mornings. All right, so in Montreal, Utah's leading the shots 19-8, 7:14 to go in the second period. All right, that should have been interference, but no call. All right, hopefully Montreal has to clean the ice and the Boston game can catch up a little bit. We need to go. That looked offsides to me. Okay. Say two guys were 2 feet offsides. I have no idea why it took so long to blow dead. A little bit. Nope. Couple shots, not making it through from Montreal. Yeah, see, they're still talking about, and I'm willing to bet I'm watching the Boston feed, but I agree with those commentators. I need more than say, no, no, not a hand pass. It was a deflection. It's like, dude, we have seen that call overturned a million times. That's, I have questions about that not being overturned. So we got a blatant interference and a blatant high stick that should have gone against Utah. That should have that's just no excuse to not be seen. Montreal's got a couple more shots on net. I can't quite get there in time. Uh, All right, Boston getting set. Let's see what they decide to do. Turn it over in the neutral zone. Go figure. Looks like we got a tripping call. Let me guess. Utah to the power play? I chose the wrong time to look down. We got stoppage, Swayman covering, and then we go to a commercial break. So when the commercial break comes back, I'm gonna take a break from Boston to see what this penalty was because saw the Utah player face down on the ice. It looked like, I mean, there's a tripping call, but I'm just this two game at once gets fucking tough when both games are really good. Really good might even be a little there. They decide to get exciting at the same time. Like all three of those goals happened within like 90 seconds total of each other. Sucks they keep doing this at the same time. Like yesterday, there were a couple games. Like I would have loved watching Tampa beat the shit out of Colorado, but they did it the same time as the Knights game. So it's like usually it's nice staying on the west side because you can watch the you can watch East Coast games. But yeah, they've been scheduling everything at like a bunch of games Saturday, one game Sunday at 4 o'clock, a bunch of games yesterday, now two games today, both at 4 o'clock. All right, so it is a Montreal power play. I'm happy to see that. Oh, he need the shit out of him. So the Utah guy paid for it a little bit. But good, he should. That's he stuck his knee out. That's don't do that shit. Dude, Swayman's been talking to the referee this entire break. They came and scraped the ice. Swayman's talking to the referee the whole entire time. He still can't get an understanding of how it hit his hand and wasn't considered a hand pass, considering the fucking 100 times that's been called a hand pass. And dude, that was a battle underneath Swayman right there. All right. 30 seconds gone on the Montreal power play. They're set up in the zone. Let's see if they connect with it. Damn, dude. This guy missed so bad. He skied it. He's standing like this. The net's this way. He skied it that way. I don't even know how you get under the puck like that. You see. Dude, they sat there and showed them passing the entire time and instead of showing a replay of the shot. Man, these the replay guys for hockey they're not great. The number of times that they say, here's a replay of the penalty, and then it's just a guy skating backwards in slow mo for like 10 seconds, and then they go, well, that's not it, and then they just never show it. All right. We got 4:10 to go in Montreal, 45 seconds left on the power play. Good. I don't know if you missed or if they got a good stop by Vesmilka. 8 minutes to go in Boston. Shots are 12-9. Big turnaround from the 9-3 that it was. All right, Lankinen got the stop. Big turnaround and shots on goal. They just took one away and gave one to Boston. What the fuck are you guys doing to me? I'm relying on you. Shots are 13-8 Boston with 7:50 to go in the second. Power play just ended for Montreal. Shots are 20-8 Utah. 3:15 to go in the second. Bad turnover. They kept it in. Got it out though. Easy stop for Lankinen, and whoever that was just got peak, just got banged into the boards. That he got touched a little. Uh Kind of a dumbass pass from Utah, but it worked out better for them than it did for Montreal. It was a little interferency. Uh, Boston's just kind of throwing punks at Lankinen at this point, so it'll be interesting if they even really present a challenge coming up. They're not taking the time to develop. They were earlier and it wasn't working, so I think they've just abandoned that and decided, okay, get guys to the front, throw the puck down. All right. Got a stoppage in Montreal. 7:19 to go in Boston. We're under 2 minutes to go in Montreal, but let's hang out. See how Vancouver responds to two stoppages coming from Lincoln and see if they get it out of their zone. So far, not so good. There's another shot, Lincoln in being big bodied. Yeah, shout out to Lincoln into keeping this game. Like, shit, dude. This could be a runaway game, but Lincoln's looking good. And then you got in the other game, not Vejmelka, Canadiens goalie. Hang on. Montembeau. I know that. He played against us. So Montembeau is looking really, really good. He's the reason that that's not a runaway game. So two pretty good goalie performances, and then two that are just kind of like they're also in the game. Vejmelk has made a save or two that's been pretty good. Swayman's been there. He's been on the ice. Dude, that little change up coming down the ice got deflected right onto Lincoln, and that was close. Yeah, this game's turning into that looks slashy ish. Dude, Boston. What was the interference? He didn't say slash. He said interference. Okay, he does. He went like this as he skated over, and then he signaled slash. Like I don't know what the fuck that was. It's yeah. All right, that's a slash. The amount of time something like that doesn't get called, but slash. Dude, the Utah cat just wanted a penalty. He tripped himself. He tried to make a move and got his stick stuck. I don't know what he's bitching about. Oh, good stick, Vancouver. Not good enough. Swing and a miss on the backhand by Marchand. 30 seconds gone in the power play. We're down to 40 seconds in Montreal. Boston floats to the top, getting it down low, going back to the point. Nope, he goes underneath. Trying to get it across. Marchand can't control the puck. Marchand on the dot. Cycling. Marchand down low. Tried to get it out. Tried to get it out above the dots. Could not. Bounced off the skate right into Lankinen. Lankinen does a good job to cover it up. 5:13 to go in Boston. Minute 4 on the power play for Boston. 1-0 game, Vancouver. And we just hit the second period for Montreal, Utah. So 1-1 over there. Utah is destroying on the shot opportunities, destroying on the high chance opportunities, and Montreal, just right after they get scored on, comes back and decides, you know what? Let's reset. 1-1 game in Montreal, end of the second period. We will come back over there once they start back up for period number 3. Back to Boston. Big shot, big block, Vancouver. Minute left on the power play. 5 to go in the period. Canucks get it cleared. Boston resetting in their zone. Let's see what happens. Hard dump in, swung around the back of the net. Vancouver recovers. Little battle on the board. Vancouver comes out with it, and they're going to head up ice. 2-on-2 with the trailer. Damn, 44. Gotta figure out who that is for Vancouver because he just flew down the ice. All right, they lose it. Boston coming back. Quick Vancouver change. That looked like an interference, but the Vancouver guy basically just like the Boston cat just stood there like to get in his way, and the Vancouver guy just bowled his ass over. Bad pass out of Boston. 3 seconds left on the power play. Vancouver's got it down in the Boston zone, and we're back to even strength. Shot 17-8. 4 minutes to go in Boston in the second quarter. Second period. Damn it, I was doing so well. A little collision from Vancouver at the dots. But Lankinen is just there to look good. And now this son of a bitch. Hronik is not in the wrong. He swatted at Lankinen. And I couldn't tell was that Coyle or was that. But dude, Vancouver did nothing wrong. I wish Vegas did that more often. You want to swat at our goalies? Fine, do it. But we're gonna kick the shit out of you for it. And we don't do that. Like we've done it a couple of times this year, but not nearly enough. And it's shameful. They fuck with the goalie, you kick their ass. It's the rules. Let's see. Looking for the news. Looking through the news and seeing nothing. Apparently, watched F1. Um, really don't watch F1 often, but it's the second year of the Vegas F1. And watched it last year, so gotta watch it again. Um, Actually, it was a pretty decent weekend for sports. I kind of got lost in everything because we had the Vegas back to backers Wednesday, Thursday. I can't even remember what game I watched Friday. Saturday we beat Montreal. Sunday and Miami beat Vanderbilt. No, that's not right. I can't remember who Miami beat, but the Hurricanes won. So excited about that. The football was fairly exciting. Like Kansas beat Colorado, which was fun to watch. Oklahoma beat the shit out of Alabama, which was fun to watch. Yes, Castleic. Smacking the shit out of the referee with this stick. He should have been sent back. Oh, I still can't believe the Situation Room allowed that goal. Dude, Lankinen is looking like a stud. Seriously. Pretty sure that's 19. Unless they updated it again. Because these guys can't keep a track worth of shots for shit. That's 19 shots for Boston, 8 for Vancouver. Oh, that was good patience. Kiki just fucking dicked on that guy. Little bit of a. All right, we're just right back out. We're under 3 minutes to go in Boston. See, I want to give Vancouver their props, but really, like Lincoln is the one that deserves props. Their defensemen, somewhat. Their forwards, eh. Their forwards aren't doing anything impressive. but it's more Boston shooting themselves in the foot. A lot of bad turnovers in their zone. A lot of bad turnovers in the neutral zone. That should have been a hand pass stoppage. Just too far ahead of them. Vancouver controls this for like 30 seconds. I like their chances. Or they could just throw it right on Swayman from 60 feet and hope for the best. I guess that works too. Good job, Hughes. Nice shot. Shots are now 20 to 9 Boston. Total dominance on shot on goal. The dangerous chances just haven't been that dangerous because of Lincoln, except for the one where Lincoln ended up 5 feet out of goal, and there's no way Boston should have not scored, but they didn't. I hate that, man. You got guys crashing the net. You go point to point with guys at the net. Get the puck down low. That was an interesting non-wave, but or a non-icing. Okay. Under a minute. Tip. Get it? Now this has been some intense hockey. This last 2 minutes has been awesome to watch. 30 seconds in the period. Boston controlling in Vancouver zone. Flying puck. 20 seconds. Vancouver gets it out. Boston resetting in their zone. Looking to head back in. Vancouver gets it, but whiffs on the pass out. 9 seconds. Vancouver's going to chill. Boston's going to let them chill. We're done. End of the second period in Boston. Shots are 21-9 Boston. Vancouver winning 1-0. So Boston just can't help but shoot themselves in the foot. And honestly, Montreal's doing a way better job of that. Montreal can't get a call to save their ass. They finally got one on a blatant tripping that couldn't be missed. I can't believe the shit that Utah's gotten away with. Montreal, I mean, their power plays haven't been impressive, so it's not saying that would change the score any. But we really got to take a serious look at refereeing in the National Hockey League because it has just been abysmal. Everything is going to okay. Everything is reviewable now. Almost everything in the fucking game is reviewable now. So what do? Well, I don't have to do my job. They'll just look at it and it'll be fine. And you get worse and worse and worse refs. So I've said it before, say it again. Pay them like 150 a year. They can't make less than 150, or the only way they make less than 150 a year is if they're so dog shit that they have to be kicked out. Like it's broken down into the games you ref. You have a crew. It is the same for, and then your replacements, but you have the same for. That's the crew. All right. That way you can all be rated on individual and on the crew. Right. If you're just absolute dog shit not doing your job, that's the only way that you don't get money because you're not refereeing that game or you're not a line judge that game because you've been so bad. It's just like players. You've been so bad at your job. You're done for a couple games. See how your replacement does. If they're better than you go on to the replacement board. but the refs can make a max of like 300 grand in bonuses, team bonuses, individual bonuses. Um, if they are like 100% accurate and high, in the last 6 minutes of a tied game, and like they make all the right calls, you give them a bonus, shit like that. You make it super worth their while. So you'll have guys making from 150 to 300, but the guys making 150, if they're bitching about not making less, well, they shouldn't be there anyway. If they're bitching about making 150, they shouldn't be there anyway because they're being graded on their accuracy, right? And so that way you incentivize the refs to be as good as you want to double your paycheck and make stupid amounts of money, then be the best ref in the league. You'll make 300 grand, and then as a bonus, you get another 100. They can afford $1 billion, multi-billion dollar league. You can afford it. But pay them well, make them full-time refs. The team is the team. Their squad is their squad. And then you incentivize them financially to be really fucking good. And you punish them financially for being really fucking bad. And you allow the refs to be interviewed. If you do that, and everybody's like, oh, well, then nobody's going to want to be a ref. If that's your thinking, then what the fuck, what are we even doing here? Oh, no one. A referee is the only person in the world where it's like, dude, you hold fast food people more accountable to do their job than you hold a referee in a professional hockey or football or basketball game. The only person in that entire arena right now that is unaccountable for their actions are the refs. If the commentators say something stupid, they're fired. The cameramen decide to fucking walk away from the camera, fired. Players do something bad, suspended. Coaches do something, suspended. Technical fouls. You got the fouls and the penalties. You can have, you've seen security guards escort people out of games. Every single person in the guy that's getting your nachos, if he counts wrong, everybody is accountable for their actions except for the referees who are grown ass men getting paid to do a job. And I go on this rant way too often, but until it gets fixed, it is a truthful, honest telling, even though it's a rant. And like how it hits the glove, and that is how and I don't like Boston, but how Vancouver scored with it hitting the glove, and that doesn't get waved off. That's a good goal. The number of goals that we have seen get taken away because it hits the stick and maybe looks like it could have possibly hit a kind of touched the pinky, and it's no goal. But that one hit straight on the hand and it's a good goal. I don't get it. And again, I think if you're holding your stick and the puck hits your hand, it's part of the stick. As far as I'm concerned, it is part of the stick. So I disagree with the rule as it has been held up previously, but if you're going to hold it up like that, then you got to we got to be honest about it. And that should be a no-go by the rules. Yeah, and it was a bad penalty too because Marchand barely touched a guy that was already leaning forward. It was not a cross check. And I hate Brad Marchand, but that motherfucker, that was not a cross check. And then right here, Garland, it hits Garland square in the hand. Smack in the hand. Doesn't touch anything else. So whatever their fucking explanation is, like the explanation that we were trying to make up doesn't make sense. Because it hits him square. He's holding his stick, but it hits him square on the hand. That touches nothing but ice. And then I don't know who actually got the goal, puts it in every situation ever since I've been watching hockey, that has been considered no goal. Everybody's saying the same thing. Yeah, that is such but well, because he didn't move his hand forward in any way. There was no addition to the motion, therefore it's a deflection. That's they dude, the NFL, and that's coming from the control room in Toronto. So the NHL has just decided, I mean, they've been doing this for a while, but it's we'll decide what we want to call when we feel like calling it maybe. That's horrible call in my opinion. Of course it is just my opinion, but I'll fucking stand by it. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Montreal should be back in like 5, 6 minutes. I just want to take a second, stretch a little bit, and then we'll be back for the start of the third period for Montreal, Utah. All right, I was way off on my time, and they're already ready to go. And I guess at the end of the period, someone decided to mouth off, and so he got himself a 10-minute sit down. Refs are so, oh, dude, I hate these NHL refs, especially this year. They've been pissing me off. Fucking soft little punks. It's one of those where like a guy will get punched in the face. The ref will say, watch it happen and say, "Hey, don't do that," and the guy will go, "Man, fuck you." Oh, that's a penalty. Holy shit! As I am bitching and moaning, we got a goal from Montreal. Just got down low and stuffed it in somehow. I don't know if it went up over the glove or down under his leg, but holy shit. And the puck went down the corner. He just threw it towards the net, and it ended up hitting off the goalie, Vejmelka. I have no idea what the hell he was doing. Puck came back towards the net. He was just standing there and hit his skate, and he was like, "Oh my fuck a rat!" Like an elephant seeing a mouse. Just fucking was like, "Oh what?" And it got stuffed in. That what a just a mental mistake from Vejmelka not being down on the post. He just wasn't ready. He was standing there like there was no threat. Utah settling down behind their net, trying to spark something up, heading down. Little bit of pressure. He gave up that puck. So that's Savard for Montreal mouthing off to the refs, got himself the 10-minute. Some fancy passing by Utah, not really looking like they did it on purpose, but it worked out. Swing and a miss. A lot of missed shots in this game. Just big old windups and then straight down. Dude took down the oh shit. He missed the net. What an opportunity, and you missed the net. Man. Heidemann. Yeah, dude just straight up ran into a guy, and the guy he ran into was like, "Hey, what was that?" And I was like, "The fuck do you mean? He hit you?" Ooh, a tip. That shot ended up hitting a Canadian stick, and that almost ended up being a wild deflection. Got lucky it went wide. It's all right. Played defense to the away from his help. I like that decision. Montreal making good decisions right now. This may be. Oh yeah, no. I think he was waiting for it to be an icing, and it's like you slow down, bro. Get out of here. Offsides on Utah. That just going to make a pass, and he whiffed on that pass, but homeboy Heidemann whiffed on that shot. Jesus. I will say I am shocked at the scores right now. 2-1 and a 1-0. I was thinking Montreal Seattle would be 4-2, or Montreal Utah would be 4-2 Utah. And I thought it would be end up being 5-3 Boston over Vancouver, and this has shocked me. I could not have been more wrong. It's like at least I was right yesterday for the end of the night's game. That boosts my ego enough to take the hit on this one. What games do we got going on tomorrow? I know we're gonna be here for the Vegas game. I just don't know if I'm gonna pay attention to any other ones. Rangers Hurricanes will probably be a good game. Wild Sabres and Blues Devils and Capitals Lightning should be a good game. Canadiens Blue Jackets and Flames Red Wings and Maple Leafs Panthers should be a good game. Canucks Pens shouldn't really. Penguins should beat them just because the Canucks should be kind of worn out, but never know because they're playing this and then going to Pittsburgh. Oh, but they're in Boston. Bruins play tomorrow as well, so both those guys play a back to back. But against the Islanders, Flyers Preds, Stars Blackhawks, Jets Kings, Ducks Kraken, Knights Avalanche, Sens Sharks. I'm just trying, man. Utah just tied it up. We got him looking at the screen. It's a high ball game. Let's see. I kind of, I mean, that's definitely not on goalie. And even right there, it's if you're gonna be that guy, if you're gonna be the solo skating between two attackers, pick one. Typically, pick the pass. Let the guy beat the goalie, but you have to pick one because if you don't, you do what just happened there. You end up in no man's land, with which makes the pass easy, makes the shot easy. All right, but we'll see what's going on because, like I said, Capitals Lightning should be a good game. Rangers Hurricanes might be a fun physical game to watch more than a good game. But like Caps Lightning should be a good game that's fun and physical, and then the Maple Leafs and the Panthers should be a beat the shit out of each other's session. So with all that going on tomorrow, I don't know. Maybe we'll come back early. Wait to do the workout till the first game happens, and we'll just hit stuff during breaks. All right, we're getting back to play in Boston. Sorry, I'm getting fucking walloped from both sides now that I was enjoying a few minutes of watching one game and now I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta actually think now. Shots at 24-10 Utah. I think 13 and change to go in the second. 13:44 to go in the second. Sorry, God bless it. I am shot right now. 13:44 to go in the game. Tied up 2-2. 30 seconds gone in the third period for Vancouver, Boston. Shots 24-9 Boston. Lankinen has been outstanding. Montembeau has looked very good as well for Montreal, but Lankinen, Swayman has barely had anything come his way. Um, so he hasn't been challenged much, but did end up giving up the one goal. Lankinen has been outstanding, however. This dude's playing unreal hockey. Oh, I just realized I still have Boston muted. No wonder. Okay, that'll help me stay a little bit more involved. Sorry. I am struck by watching some good hockey right now. So, Vancouver clearing the zone. On that, Swayman will cover, and we're chilling. Witherspoon should not be off the ice, like they said. They knocked. All right, face off in front of Swayman. Taking a look down. Utah, he kind of just punched a guy in the face. That was interesting. Kind of like to see that again for a little bit tighter up. Looks like we got an icing. We're heading back in front of Swayman. Montreal taking it across into the zone. Utah just back down and let Montreal walk right into the zone. I don't know what the fuck the thought process was there. Hard bounce off the walls behind Lincoln. Dude, Lankinen is getting a lot of help from the defense, which is good for Vancouver. Dude, especially after watching our defense yesterday, this game has been impressive. A lot of mistakes, a lot of whiffs on passes, whiffs on shots, but well, actually, sorry, no, that's actually been mostly Utah that's been doing that. Vancouver's been pretty on point, just not getting anything to the net because of Boston's defense, and then Boston's getting shit to the net but no rebounds because of Vancouver's defense. It's been great. It's been wild. What's that? And that's Vancouver's defense has been shit until Lincoln like gets into desperation mode, and then all of a sudden they play on fire. Ooh, big pick by Vancouver, shot over the net. Montreal reset and 11 and a half to go in Montreal, 16 and a half to go in Boston. Oh, sweet move by Vancouver. Couldn't get the shot out front. Boston's going to take it back the other way. Battle down low. Utah gets the puck, and they're headed the other way as well. That Marchand ain't trying to do shit. All he was doing was skating and getting his ass beat. Exactly what he deserves. Oh, now we got a holding. Tell me it's on Utah, please. They actually called a penalty on Utah. Tell me it's an actual penalty, too. All right. Montreal power play. Not that it means anything. I want to see this penalty, though. Well, that's kind of weak, but he grabbed his waist. Shouldn't have done that. As soon as you got that free hand on his waist. So at this point, I actually may be closer than I thought originally on Montreal, Utah. They just fucked up an icing, huh? That was a bad call. That was a bad bad icing call. Minute 10 left in the Montreal power play. Like I was saying with that before my brain shut off. It's still possible I called that one because I was saying 4-3 with an empty netter for Utah. But this Boston Vancouver game is nothing like I thought it was gonna be. It's I would have expected Vancouver to get more than 12 shots in 45 minutes. And I definitely thought it'd be more like this. Boston and Vancouver are starting to get much more chippy, and it's usually because Boston's a bunch of assholes, but it is what it is. But yeah, I was expecting a lot more. I was expecting more scoring chances from Vancouver, and I was not expecting Lankinen to just be a brick wall. I don't know what else to call him, man. He is just shutting. Like I said, and then his defense is shit, and that's when he steps up. And then when he fumbles, that's when his defense steps up. It's like it's almost kind of how it should be, except letting 26 shots get to him. You guys, when you're only getting 12, that's you got to work on that. 30 seconds for the Montreal power play. 9 minutes to go in the period. I got to think Montembeau's going to let one go before the end of the game. Oh, that icing was waved off late. All right, Montreal's back to even strength. We're headed up. Ooh, best one of the better chances Montreal had. Shots are still 25-11 Utah. There has been no pucks getting to the net. Yeah, Vancouver, Boston's starting to hit the way I expected it to be all game. Like they're finally starting to get up each other's ass a little bit. What a save, Lankinen. Holy shit. And now we got some shit going on because guys are throwing punches. There's helmets on the ice. As long as they're equal penalties and nobody's going on the power play, that's fair enough. But it's like your goalie's laid out. They keep sending sticks on them. Nope. Penalty to Vancouver. It's a skate. He lays on top of it. Good job. Let's see. That's a. Oh, that is weak. Roughing for removing the helmet. He's pulling here. His strap unbuckles, and pulling the strap is what busted it loose. He didn't wrap around and yank off his helmet. That's a little that is what it is, but man, I don't like that. Vancouver clears. 14 to go in the third. Dude just slashed Vancouver's stick out of his head. I don't know who that was for Vancouver. Lankinen with another great save, but dude just slashed the stick out of the. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he slashed it out. All it was a little jousting, and he just didn't have a good handle on it. All right, Utah back to pressure in Montreal. This is why I kind of expect Utah to be the one that ends up getting away with it. They'll score with like 3 minutes left and then get the empty netter. Vancouver's doing a great job on the penalty kill. Kind of confused how Utah didn't get called for tripping right there. Again, not that it matters. Montreal's power play is dog water. Good defense, Vancouver. Man, Boston just can't get a shot with any, like, their chances. They're just not very high danger chances. Oh, Utah fucked up. We're getting a not Montreal's just not fast enough. That was a 2-on-1 opportunity that turned into a 2-on-2 opportunity. Or a 3-on-2, really. Dude, this is just such good hockey both ways right now. It's real back and forth hockey. Boston dumping in, and we're back to even strength. 12 minutes to go. All right, we got a stoppage in Boston with 12:02 left to go. 6:20 in the third in Montreal. Shots of 25-12 Utah. There's been like one shot this period almost. This is insane. Looking like the first period of the Boston game. And there's a shot. I don't even think it went on net, though. Oh, yeah, that should be a fight. Now, Utah should get a penalty for removing the helmet. Yeah, exactly. That was horse shit. Dude, this just turned into a mad scrum in Montreal, Utah, but it looked like Gallagher. I don't know if like Gallagher made a little bit of a late hit, and the Sergachev didn't like it. Savard just spent 10 minutes in the box on a misconduct, and now with 6:07, he's back in the fucking box. I really don't think Savard deserved to go in. Yeah, Gallagher finished the hit, and Sergachev didn't like it. That should be a penalty for removing the helmet. He immediately wraps around the back of his head and yanks his helmet off. 4-on-4. I didn't see Savard drop an elbow, but obviously I missed it. That's odd. I'd question this if they scored. Holy shit, Lincoln, Boston. Oh, wow. Boston, the hard shot from the point gets deflected, hard bounce off of the backboards, right back out in front of Lincoln, and Boston puts it right into him, makes the save. Damn, dude. Vancouver goes down, just misses everybody's backhand. Boston gets the puck, whiffs on the pass. Vancouver then misses on the pass. Dude, we went from kick ass hockey to everybody missing everybody. What the hell happened? All right, four. Oh, Boston got a big turnover, but couldn't connect on the pass. Let's see if they can develop something. Good sticks, Vancouver forcing it to the point. Montreal, Utah turned into the fight I thought that Boston, Vancouver would be. Apparently, we got a penalty coming to Vancouver. I'm going to want to see that. I'm definitely going to want to see that. 20 seconds gone in the 4-on-4 in Montreal. Montreal storming in. Good stick deflected. Boston still delayed penalty. They're back in their zone. I don't think they made it past the neutral line yet. And we finally blow dead. I want to see this pen. I want to see what Pasternak got hit. How Pasternak got hit. Because it looks like he's saying interference. All right, we'll have to wait for Boston to come back from commercial break so we can watch that one. Utah controlling in the Montreal zone. Pass attempt off a stick, up out of play. 31 seconds left on the 4-on-4. 4:37 left in the game. Shots are still like 25-12. Utah. I can't remember the last time Utah had a shot. Let's see. I want to say they ended the period with 25, but it might have been 23. Let's see. I might be able to find that out. Game stats, shots on goal. They don't have it broken down into periods. I thought they would. They just have the goals broken down. Oh, there it is. I knew it. See, I knew it. So they had 22 shots on goal at the end of the second period. They're now at 25. So there have been 7 shots this period in the Montreal Utah game. It's wild. Like basically at the point where none of these games even make sense right now. Yeah, why was it an interference and not a cross check? We're back out of play. I pretty much figured. About to play another stoppage in Boston. 420 blaze it to go in Montreal. Yeah, shots are 25-12. Unreal. That hasn't changed in so long. Montreal sends it, should be icing. They waved the icing. I guess maybe it hit the somebody. Okay. Boston on the power play. I don't remember if I saw it or not now. My brain's completely turned to mush now that we got 9 minutes to go in this game. I want to say that was the removing the helmet and then they cleared the ice. So I'm just okay. That's what it was. A lot of passing for Boston. They finally get it on net, and it's a stop for Lankinen. Lankinen, I hope he stays a wall, man. Let him get the shutout in Boston. I love it. Boston is trash this year. It's Montreal. Just kind of trying to send it to the net. They won't control, though. Utah's going to head right on back down the ice. Nope, they cleared and Montreal's controlling. All right, 55 left in the power play for Boston. Clean across, swings the whiffs on the passes. Just causing problems because they whiff, then they panic, and as they panic, their window closes. So now they panic swing into the shut window, and it's just bad news. Boston's not looking good on that end. Shots have been updated 27-12 Utah. I'm still putting my money on Utah scoring late and then Montreal pulling the goalie, but we may be going to overtime there. Dude, big deflection on the pass that got centered. We are out of the power play and back to full strength. 7.5 to go. Big blocks. Vancouver's going to be beat to shit. That game tomorrow is not going to be fun. That was borderline interference, dude. Absolutely. He thought he got shoved into the net. Seriously? That's how you're going to phrase that. Dude, Montreal is scraping by to get the puck out. And I'm wrong about that game, man. Insane. Oh, let the Canadiens score. My man just got nutted to fucking the moon and back. Holy cow. That wasn't a penalty? I mean, he just straight lifted him off the ground. He nutted him so hard. Like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. That dude's going to be singing in a different voice. Man went from Seether to Amy Lee in one swing of a stick. I don't remember the Seether singer's name. That's on me. 30 seconds to go. Let's see if Utah can snake it in. Got taken down on the wall. Looked like a high stick, but across the back, it don't matter. Utah dumps it right back, but to Montreal. 15 seconds. It looks like we're going to overtime. As painful as it is, I can admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong about this game. That looked like there should have been a penalty. It looked like there should have been a late penalty on Utah, but it's probably good not to call it. No, that went off the glass for sure. That absolutely, there's no way that, like, Vancouver just put it on the boards. There's no way that didn't go off the glass. That's why. What are we even talking about? You could hear it hit the glass. I see. Looking at that, that actually looked like it didn't hit the glass, but I swore I heard the puck smack the glass. That may end up being another fucking Boston power play. Okay, it did tip. There's okay. I thought I was losing my mind, but like, no, let me look at that again. And then they didn't show it again. It's like this thing has been good because I'm not smoking as many cigarettes, but it's also been a bitch because I am hitting this thing probably more. Like, I hit this more often than I would smoke, but I hit it less time. So I'll hit it like 3 or 4 times and then go, watching the game go like 20 minutes and just kind of puff at it 2, 3 times again versus like, smoking a cigarette. And I don't know how I feel about it yet. Because I'm more just replacing an addiction rather than quitting smoking. All right. We're going to go live in Montreal for overtime. Some 3-on-3 overtime. Let's get it going. Montreal wins the faceoff, but dude trips, almost fucks it up. And Vancouver steals the puck and controls. Sorry, Utah. It's the problem mainly is the jerseys look too much alike. Great back check by Montreal. What a great back check. Utah back in. Up and out. Dude, Lankinen has been a fucking beast. I'm hoping Montembeau can hold up a little bit and beat Utah, but my faith is as much faith as I have in Montembeau. Uh, the rest of his team is like, I can't believe it's overtime. Like, his team has done a pretty good job of shitting the bed. I'm not gonna lie. Playing a little blitzkrieg pop in Boston. Oh no, that's in Montreal. My bad. Dude, Boston, Vancouver is like too nuts not to watch, but it's overtime. You know what I mean? Shit. All right, Montreal controlling. Across the red, into the zone. Stops up. Someone get towards the net. Shoot it. Big save, Vejmelka. Vancouver with the shot over the net. Montreal controlling again across the red into the zone. Leaves it back. I don't know if I would have called that a cross check, but it looked pretty fucking close. Get it up top. Just get it up top. Good move. Send it. You guys got to shoot the fucking puck. Good leave. Backhand feed right to a white jersey. All right. Checking in on Boston. We're at shots of 30-13 Boston. And we are going back and forth. There is no stoppage happening right now up there. Utah can't control the pass. Good stick. Montreal can control it. Just dump it back. Take your time. 2 minutes to go in overtime in Montreal. Vancouver getting opportunities, just not finding the net. Montreal wide right. Reset, go back in. If Montreal can just keep doing this, they have the opportunity. Utah hasn't gotten much set up. Shoot it. Big block by the by Utah there. Now Utah's headed the other way. Minute and a half to go in Montreal overtime. Montreal, Utah overtime. Here, we've got Vancouver starting to add shots to their counter. Boston not really getting too many opportunities. But real back and forth hockey for that game. Utah trying to force a shot. Montreal gets the puck back. Utah wins the battle. Yep. Utah still controls in the Montreal zone. Cycling it up high. Send it. Waiting too long. Montreal's got 50 seconds to try and get down the ice, but pressure from Utah. Big turnover again. Utah back to controlling for the last 40 seconds. We're at a minute 40. Boston's going hard at Vancouver, but Vancouver ain't letting up a fucking ounce. We got a battle, back and forth battle. Swayman looking to leave. And Utah comes in and finishes it off with 26.7 to go. While Swayman sits on the puck. I'm just going to rewind and watch it. It looked like Evans actually was the one to be the guy to tip it in. And we've got a victory in overtime for Utah. So again, my prediction was 4-2 Utah with an empty netter. It ends 3-2 in overtime. So I was off. But fair enough. Like if that was a 5.5, or a 6-point line, I wouldn't have bet it. Now this game, Boston, Vancouver. Vancouver's up 1-0. We got a minute 15 to go. Shots are 31-14 Boston. This I was given 5-3 Boston with an empty netter. And I am shocked at the hockey I've watched. That should have been interference. Just a little bit, but it was enough. Boston can't get Swayman off the ice. You got 50 seconds to try to send him now, but it's... All right, they finally got it deep. Right to Vancouver. He's just going to send it. No, you missed. We got an icing. Face off in front of Lincoln. 36.4 seconds to go with a Boston empty net. Bruins are 0 for 3 on the power play. Canucks are 1 for 1 on the power play, which was the only goal, which Vancouver went on the power play because of a soft cross-check call on Marchand, which kills me because I hate Boston and I hate Marchand, but that was a bad call. and then a puck going off the hand straight to another player going in the net has been wiped off the board 100 times in the last year, and they call it good. The big one is going to be if the Canucks get time. Like, if they get time to send it towards the net for the empty netter, they got to just put it up to the fucking sky. Let people get over there. Yo, what up, D? Dude, just had a wild finish in one of the hockey games where it went into. So it went into overtime. Overtime is 5 minutes of 3-on-3, and then it goes to a shootout. They had 26.7 seconds left in the overtime, and Utah scored. That was wild, man. Now we're waiting to see if Boston can make a comeback. 36.4 seconds, empty net. Let's see what they can do. Offset, false start on the entire team. Reset. Get ready to head into work for sure. Shot on. Missed wide. Canucks got it. Nope, couldn't get it out. Another swing towards Boston. Another one could have been interference. I probably would have called interference if that shot went in. Holy shit. And they fucked up. They gave it up. Get across. Damn. You off tomorrow? Well, actually, tomorrow might not even be the best just because we play at 7. So from like 7 to 10, I'll be watching the game. But besides that, it's like Marchand couldn't get it in because Lincoln made a great stop, but that would have been. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't have been. What a couple of days of hockey, man. It's been really fun to watch this shit. Sucks that both games were at the same time today. We're again off Thursday, then back on a 5-day stretch for sure. At least you get Thanksgiving off. Oh man. Dude, I'm just in an excitement dump. That was actually hella fun watching that. And then now I don't know what to do. Got an hour to the SpaceX launch, so I'm not going to stick around for that. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, you popped in right at the right time for me to say, have a good night at work. High environmental risk. Yeah, I would have worked it though, but other person that night, night's off tomorrow, then off. Okay. Okay. So you work Thanksgiving, but you get the rest of the weekend off. That ain't bad. At least you got a system that works. You know what I mean? Uh, uh, I get the rest. Right, right. That's what I was saying is you get Thanksgiving off and then work all weekend, and then they work Thanksgiving, but then get the rest of the weekend off. I might not have said that too well, bro. My mind's pretty mush. I've been watching two hockey games for the last 3 hours, and it's been holidays, so people try to fight. Yeah, yeah. No, I definitely get it. Like I said, I get what you're saying. I think I just worded it bad because my brain's completely shot. Uh, but yeah, man, like I said, you kind of caught me at a rough time. That game's finally over. I'm gonna go make some dinner. But I don't know if I'll be around Thursday. I'll probably be going over to my buddy's house for Thanksgiving. But if I'm around the house, I'll see what you're up to, man. If you guys ain't got shit going on, just fucking kick it, have a couple beers or something. But yeah, that might have was some bullshit last night. I had to fix several issues that should have been an issue. Yeah, no, that sounds like work. Word. Well, have a good night at work, brother. I'll be around. I'll be getting on tomorrow about this time, about 7. So if you're not doing shit while getting ready for work, swing by, brother. But otherwise, I'll hit you up Thursday. Have a good night.